Chapter 27. Chapter 27. Let me zoom in so I can read it easier. Oh. Okay. Chapter 27. After the Pledge of Allegiance, Mr. Winky continues. It's a beautiful day at YES. Yes, yes, it is. I hope everybody is having a wonderful Spirit Week. This afternoon, I'm excited to give VIP tickets for the Fall Festival to the best Spirit Week partners in each grade. You've all worked so hard and had so much fun. So teachers, after the 4th and 5th grade recess, please bring your classes to the cafeteria for our Spirit Week assembly. Thank you. 10 minutes later, the sound of big trucks rolling down the street fills our room. I don't think anyone is paying attention to Mrs. Davis. Finally, she stops talking and watches too. Everybody knows what's inside those big trucks. They're carrying all the equipment for the fall festival. The drivers will spend all afternoon and all night building booths, putting up rides, setting up the stage for the Battle of the Bands, and making sure the Clydesdales are settled in a nice warm stable that the workers will put together. I'm still floating on a cloud from this awesome morning when lunchtime comes. Standing in the back of the line with Lisa McKinley is okay with me. I've learned how to keep a tissue close by, and when I see her take a deep breath, I cover up. It works for both of us, and now Connie stands with me. We're almost to the lunch counter when Nugget comes up behind us. Maya, I need you and Connie to meet me at the basketball courts at recess. I don't do recess, says Connie. He frowns. I need you to do recess today, he says, and walks away. Connie and I watch him take a seat next to Fish. There are no smiles or talking going on between them. Something's wrong. I don't want to go to recess, Maya. I don't either, with Nugget acting like that, but he wouldn't ask uncles. What? Sorry. I don't either with Nugget acting like that, but he wouldn't ask unless it was important. Maybe you can come out for just a minute or two to see what's going on. She nods. I can do that. After lunch, Connie and I look for my brother. He's waving his arms like crazy. Fish is with him. So is Solo. I don't want any trouble. If Nugget expects me to take up for him, or if he wants me to referee a wrestling match or something, I'm not doing it. Connie and I reach the guys and stop. Nugget faces Solo. Go ahead, we're waiting. Solo walks over to Connie and me. Yo, Connie, Maya, you're not losers. He turns to my brother. Is that good enough? My brother nods, and Solo walks off to another group of boys. Nugget gives Fish a fist bump. I've got to know what happened. Nugget shrugs. The more I thought about it, the madder I got. It's one thing for him and me to have a deal, but it's a whole different thing for him to call my sister and her friend names. So I waited for him in the restroom. He's in there every morning, combing his hair. I frown. Nugget, you didn't start a fight. No, I didn't, but I told him if he didn't apologize to you and Connie at recess, I would beat him down and call him names he'd have to look up in the dictionary. He tried to man up on me, but I stood there with my fist balled. He backed down first and said he'd apologize if I didn't tell everybody that he did. Told you he wasn't Boo-Yang cool, says Fish. You were right, says Nugget. I spot Naomi and the twins watching us. It doesn't hurt anymore to see them. I've got a really good best friend now, and I know she likes me for me. While I'm standing there, Connie moves closer to my brother. I can't believe you took up for me. Thanks, Nugget. You're pretty awesome. He blushes. Just call me Golden Nugget. Hey, I say. He laughs. See you later. Fish and I have baseballs to catch before recess is over. Connie and I walk around the playground, and I enjoy every step. Kids aren't staring at us like they used to. Twice we hear Maya Tibbs fibs and Mean Connie tape, but we keep walking. I guess I just don't care what people say anymore. When Mrs. Davis blows the whistle for us to line up, I know it's time for the assembly. Instead of going back to our class, she has us sit on the floor in the cafeteria. The tables are all folded and stacked against the wall. The floor shines from a fresh mopping. Connie and I sit next to each other. Kindergarten classes come in and sit up front. 5th graders are behind them, followed by 2nd and 3rd graders. We're close to the back wall facing the stage, and the 5th graders are behind us. Soon, Mr. Winky climbs the steps to the stage and grabs the microphone. I realize we're all very excited, he says. Fall Festival is by far one of the biggest events of the year. It is with great pleasure that I hold up this envelope with tickets enclosed for the Spirit Week partners who receive the most points, including points from the cubby or cabinet decoration today. I'll start with the kindergarten classes and move up to our 5th graders. If I call your name, please come forward to claim your VIP tickets. When Mr. Winky calls the 2 kindergartners, the whole kindergarten class stands and hugs the winners. The winners run to Mr. Winky, accept their tickets, and hug him too. I can hear his yes, yes, yes above the crowd. Next, he calls the 1st grade winners, then the 2nd graders, followed by the 3rd graders. As I sit and listen to the winners freak out and run to get their tickets, I wish I had a shot at winning, or at least Connie had a shot. And now our 4th grade winners, Johnny Collins and David Abrams. Even though I knew we weren't going to win, it still hurts to hear someone else's name called. I wanted those tickets. So did Connie. We could have been the winners. There's no doubt in my mind that Animazia and Queen Angelica would have taken the 5 points on Thursday. What Connie did to our cabinets would have sealed the win for us. I'm sorry, Connie, I say. She smiles and nods. I know. Let it go. Sky turns to Naomi. Maybe you'll win next year. But definitely not this year, says Star. Naomi's glaring at me, so I look the other way. Mr. Winky holds up the last envelope, and the last 2 tickets go to Fish Leatherwood and Bobby Joe McKinley. When I hear Fish's name, I stand and jump as if I had won. Yay, Fish! Woohoo! Connie does the same until Mrs. Davis makes us sit down. I'm happy for everybody who won, but I'm sad that I ruined my chance and feel even worse that I ruined Connie's. I have something for a very special student, says Mr. Winky. This student put in long hours before and after school to make sure we had great posters on the wall for Spirit Week. She also volunteered for every job and every activity to ensure Spirit Week would be a success. She's been working on making Spirit Week special for over a month now. Connie Tate, get up here. Connie's face looks redder than tomatoes as she stands and walks to the stage. The clapping starts off slowly, but then it picks up, and soon almost everybody is clapping. Someone even raises a hand and shouts, "Hail to Queen Angelica!" Mr. Winky stands next to Connie with an envelope in one hand and his microphone in the other. Connie, in appreciation for all the work you did to make Spirit Week a success, the staff of Young Elementary School would like to present you with a Fall Festival VIP ticket. Congratulations! Connie holds the envelope up as she walks back to her seat. Her face is still red as she hugs me. I'll share it with you, Maya. I nod, still clapping for her until I realize I'm the only one, so I stop. Mr. Winky finishes his Spirit Week speech, but while he's talking, I stare at Connie's envelope. For days I didn't think it'd matter, but right now I'd give anything to have an envelope with a ticket inside. When the assembly is over, while standing in line to go back to class, I see Nugget coming toward me. Hey Maya, wait a minute. He hands me a brown paper bag. I meant to give this to you before we got to school, but I forgot. See you after school. He runs back to his class line. I open the bag, reach my hand inside, and pull out 2 red t-shirts with Tibbs Farm and Ranch Store written across the front. Connie stares at the shirts. What are those for? I know exactly what they're for. I grin at Connie and shrug. Today, best friends are supposed to dress alike. I hand Connie a t-shirt. We slip them on over our blouses. I have something else for you, says Connie. She unzips her backpack and pulls out another bag. This is the costume your mom made for me. I wanted to give it back, but there's also something else in there. I open the bag and see my vest. I snatch it out and hold it up. There's a whole Western scene painted on the front with coyotes, cacti, cowgirl hats, and boots. You did this? I ask. Remember when I knocked you down and you were all upset because I got paint on your vest? Duh, I say. Connie grins. I told you I wouldn't forget. I roll my eyes. I thought you meant you wouldn't forget to rip my lips off. Why would you think that? Asks Connie. I glare at her. She glares at me. We say it together. Naomi. Connie stands beside me and we stare at the vest. I really felt bad about that blue paint spot because you wear that vest like every day. I got it from your mom when I came over to try on the Angelica costume. Pretty sneaky, huh? Go ahead and put it on. I fold the vest and put it back in the bag. I like how I look right now. Sorry. I fold the vest and put it back in my bag. I like how I look right now. Connie puts her arm around my shoulder. So do I.